Hello everyone, this is Jashan and I'm back with another one of the pronunciation videos for you. Now in today's pronunciation, we are going to see how and when is the letter E silent. Now whenever we have certain words and we write every alphabet, many times some alphabets out of the words are not going to be pronounced. They are known as the silent alphabets. Now when we see when is the E letter silent, we have to know certain things. The first being that we need to know what vowels are. Now when we talk about certain vowels in English language, we have 5 of them. They are A, E, I, O and U. Now whenever in a word you have these vowels, the letter E when added extra to the word is either going to make the long sound of these existing vowels longer or to make the short sounds of these vowels long. This means that whenever the alphabet E is added, the previous vowel's sound will be lengthier when it was before. And when does this happen? Specifically when E comes at the end of the word. In such cases, the alphabets that are before E are going to be pronounced in a longer form and E is not going to be pronounced, making it silent and changing the vowel sound. Let's look at some of the words. The first word is plan. Now when we have this word, in this the vowel that we have is A. Now when we add a E at the end, this will make the word from plan to plane that we have, airplanes and so forth. So when we added this E, the sound of the previous existing plan was made longer, that's plane, and the E will be very minute. You're not going to say plain E, we are not going to pronounce E completely. It will have a tiny little effect as an independent alphabet, but more so because it is extending the sound of the pre-existing vowel, that was A. Same goes for the second word, that is Tim. Now Tim is a very popular English name. This is the vowel that I have here, that's I. When I am adding E at the end, it becomes time. Tim, time. In both the cases, the sound of E was made longer. And you're not going to say then again timey, it's just going to be time. Same goes for this, I was made longer. Same goes for cap. Cap is a part of the accessory that you wear. Now in this, the vowel is A. When I am going to add E, it becomes cape. Cap and then cape, extended sound of A. Same goes here, tub, tube, hop, hope. In both of these cases, tub, U was very less pronounced in a very less degree. When we added E, tube, the U was extended in pronunciation. Same goes for hop, hope. Bit, this being the vowel, and with E, it will be bite. Not bite T, we're not going to pronounce E completely, it will be bite. The same goes for the other two words. Now for this, we have cut. You have a certain wound. Cut with a, and this is cute. Generally, we call girls cute or puppies cute. Then we have the word rip. Here is the vowel, rip. I has a very less pronounced sound. Ripe. So with an added E in the end, the sound of all the vowels was extended. Now you're not going to say plain E, it's going to be plain, time, cape, tube, hope, bite, cute and ripe. Make sure you are keeping this rule in your mind, and whenever you have a vowel existing before E and the E comes in the end of the word, you are not going to pronounce E. It needs to be just an added help to extend the pronunciation of the previous existing vowel in the consonants surrounding both of these vowels. And I hope this will help you with the silent pronunciation of the alphabet E. So just like we studied before, let's look at another one of the alphabet's silent sounds. The second alphabet that we have today is the alphabet K. Now, whenever we write any word that starts with K, generally the K will be pronounced. But the times when it is not pronounced is in the case of KN. Now, if you have any word in English language which starts with the alphabets KN, where the K is written and comes before N, in all those cases, K is not going to be pronounced. So we basically have to skip the pronunciation of K and you will just continue with the pronunciation of the next alphabet that is written. Let's look at some of the examples to make this rule more understandable to you. First word we have is know. That is having the knowledge of something. Now when we write this word, we write K-N-O-W. But how do we spell it? It's spelled as without a K, pronounced without a K. That's know. I know something. I'm aware. I am having the knowledge of something. That is a second word. Now when we come to the knowledge is having the awareness, knowing about something. Both the words being interrelated. The third word is night. Now this is not night and day. This starts with a K. Now generally when we see the history of old England, generally the kings that we used to have, the rulers that we used to have, they used to have certain army men who used to travel with them for their protection. They used to wear all their armors and carry all the knives and so forth, things with them. They were known as knights. K will be written but not going to be pronounced because it has N after it. The fourth word that we have is knew. That is the past of know. I know something and then I knew something. Then again, it will be pronounced without a K. The next word that we have is knee. Now, knee is a part of our body. Then again, K is there, N comes after it. So we are not going to pronounce K. Next word is kneel. Kneel is when you sit on your knees, you're kneeling. Generally, when we go to holy shrines, we go to gurdwaras and so forth, we kneel on our knees. The next word is knife. Then again, without a K, that's knife. Next is knit. Generally, our grandmothers, they knit sweaters. So that is going to be knit, not connect. K will be silent. The next word we have is knob. Now, knob is generally, we refer to the handle of the door as a knob. The next is knot, K-N-O-T, without the pronunciation of K. Next is knuckle. And the last is knockout. Now, in all these words that are written on the board, you might have seen one thing, that the K is followed by N in all the cases, meaning that our K will be silent. So this is another one of the golden rules that we have whenever it comes to making the pronunciation of the alphabet K silent in any given English word. And I hope this will save you from speaking Ks when they are followed by Ns. Now let's look at the alphabet P. Now generally, when is P going to be silent on a word? We have two rules for this. The first rule states that P will not be pronounced when written in the start of the alphabet and they are going to be followed by a consonant. So whenever we have a word and the first starting alphabet is P, then it is followed by a consonant, many times chances are that P is going to be silent. For example, we have certain words like pneumonia. Now P is the starting and after that we have the alphabet N. N is not a vowel, it is a consonant. So in that case, P will not be pronounced. We have other words such as psalm. Now psalm is generally a part or a hymn that is taken from the holy book Bible. Then again, in this, the P is not going to be silent, it is going to be psalm. The next word we have is psychology. Not with a P, psychology. Psychiatrist. Then again, P will be silent because we have S, that is consonant, following it. Then we have the word psychedelic. Then again, P will not be pronounced because it is followed by S. Last is psychosis. Then again, pneumonia, psalm, psychology, psychiatrist, psychedelic and psychosis. In all of these 6 words, the P is going to be silent. Now when we come to the second rule, it states that P will not be pronounced when written in the middle of the word, then again it is followed by a consonant. Now in these type of words, we have the example of raspberry. Now in raspberry, I'm not going to pronounce this P. It is just going to be ras and then it's going to be berry, raspberry. In this word, it is going to be cupboard, not cupboard, cupboard. And the last is receipt, not receipt, receipt. These words without P, these words without P, raspberry, cupboard and receipt. So make sure that either when P is in the starting or when P is in the middle, and always P is followed by a consonant N, S, B, B and T. In those cases, P will be silent. And I hope today's video about silent words will help you when you are in the decision as to whether to speak the alphabet or not to speak the alphabet, and make sure you're remembering these golden rules.